Hello everyone, welcome to our Bachelor of Arts and Sciences admission talk. My name is Abel. I'm the Senior Academic Advisor for this BASc program. And before we move on, maybe let me introduce a bit about myself. Well, besides working at the university, I also love traveling and I love crossing boundaries of countries. I've been to more than 40 countries in the past. And also I love experiencing different cultures and trying different kinds of food. Korean, Japanese, or African, South Americans, different kinds of foods and different kinds of things, okay? And as you probably can see from my outfit and style, I love trying new things as well. And the reason why I love working in university is that I can make an impact. So if you love traveling, if you love experiencing new things, or if you love making an impact in the world, I'm sure that you will also love this Bachelor of Arts and Sciences program. Maybe if you even don't love these kinds of things, I'm sure that you will also enjoy the program because this is, I would say, the most flexible program in the university. So maybe let me just explain what BASc is. BASc actually is the program that gives you the opportunity to create your own program. So you can take different courses from the Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Social Sciences, and also the Faculty of Science. Now, this is something really unique, and you have the greatest degree of freedom in doing or studying whatever you want. But you may ask, okay, well, it sounds good. Why should I pick the BASc program instead of other programs? Now, let me just give you an example to see why this BASc degree is relevant to what you will do in the future. Let's take the recent COVID-19 pandemic as an example. Now, at the very beginning, the problem seems to be just a medical issue. Lots of people are getting sick, and we don't know how to treat them. So you see lots of doctors and medical researchers speaking on the news, right? But then gradually, people look into the source. So we have to understand different kinds of biological aspects of the virus, where they come from, things like this. But how to deal with the issue is another problem. So we look into the history to see whether there is any way to deal with the pandemic. Well, if you look into the history, then you probably would realize that just in 2003, there was a SARS pandemic happened in Asia. So how they deal with it? Well, we imposed quarantine, but restricting people's freedom would result in different kinds of psychological impact on the people. So people may not feel happy for that because they can't see their friends, just like many of you. You probably didn't see your schoolmates back then. And also, it becomes a philosophical question. Is it justified to limit someone's freedom of movement for the sake of others? And also, is it necessary? Now, then the questions become more philosophical, right? And also, by restricting people's movement and by locking down the country or a city, like the early phase in the pandemic, it also brings a very heavy economic impact. So lots of people are not buying things because they can't go out. So the economy went down. So how to deal with it? Well, we have different kinds of social working policy to help people to cope with the pandemic. So different governments were giving out food vouchers, consumption vouchers like in Hong Kong, and also different kinds of subsidies. But do they actually work? And we have to understand more about the society. So the sociology studies come in. So how different classes of people will react with different kinds of policies and different kinds of lockdown measures, things like these. So these are all relevant to the pandemic. And with all these understanding, we can formulate different policies and laws so that we can deal with the pandemic and by understanding all these kind of things. But to deliver the message is something really different. So if you have a good policy but not well spoken on the media, it's not good. And also for the vaccines, we know that there are lots of fake news articles or videos available online. So how to deal with these things? Or how to transmit your message clearly and effectively to influence the people, or let's say, to move the people to take the vaccine or to adopt the social distancing measures. these will require the language and communication skills. So you may now see that the COVID-19 pandemic is actually relevant to all these disciplines. And I can also say that there are even more disciplines relevant. All of these will require some interdisciplinary understanding of the issue. Okay, so we have to cross all these disciplines so to have a holistic understanding of the world. Yeah, but you may think, oh, this is really, really complicated, right? Now, no matter what kind of issues interest you or what kind of things that you want to achieve, you will need different kinds of disciplinary knowledge. But I don't think any of you have already understood all these kind of disciplines. And not to mention that there are lots more in different faculties in the university. So to help you to walk in the direction that you want, we have different kinds of support once you get into our Bachelor of Arts and Sciences program. Now, what I've mentioned is the interdisciplinarity. Okay, in our program, you will achieve interdisciplinary understanding of the issues that you are interested in. But to help you, we also have the mentorship program and the whole BASc family, and so to help you to make an impact in the long run. Each of you, once you get into our BASc program, you have your personalized degree doing something that is unique among all your friends and peers. Maybe let me explain how we are helping you to develop your own program that is meaningful to you. To help you in your journey, once you get into our BASc program, each of our BASc students is personally mentored by either our program director, Dr. Tom Barry, okay, here, or a teacher who matches your interests most. So, and also you have a student advisor to guide you in the program as well. With these supports, you will understand what are the opportunities and also the choices in university once you get into our BASc program. Now, besides mentorship, we understand that peer support is also very important to anyone's studies. So in our BASc program, you will be meeting different students doing other more specific and focused BASc degrees. Okay, there are also 4 more focused BASc degrees along with our most flexible Bachelor of Arts and Sciences degree program. In doing different core courses and also in different BASc student-specific events, you'll be meeting different people who share perhaps similar mindsets but different skill sets. So they will share their experience and the vision with you. They may either help you in working on your own project, or maybe they can inspire you to join their own. So you will meet different friends in our BASc program, unlike in other programs that they will be just taking courses with someone completely new. We have a much closer peer support within our BASc degree. Besides the Bachelor of Arts and Sciences society formed by different students from these degree programs, we also have a common room located right within the Faculty of Social Sciences building, above the classrooms that you will be very often using. So just like in this photo, every day I see students playing or chatting or discussing with their friends here in the common room. This is something that can help you to build friendship with others while having a more private space for you all to discuss. This is something that is really treasured by our current students. But I just want to highlight one thing. Now, in our BASc degree, you will see a very good diversity of students. For example, in our program, we have, of course, some Hong Kong local students. We have like Koreans, we have Indians, we have someone coming from Nigeria, we have someone from France, Mauritius. Yeah, you will meet different, and also the USA. So you will meet different students from different places. And I'm sure that this diversity will enrich your university experience a lot. As I mentioned earlier, one of our uniqueness of our program is the flexibility. Our curriculum structure design is also very flexible. In doing our program, you will be taking an interdisciplinary studies major. Now, in this major, which consists of 96 credits, well, in Hong Kong U, each course counts 6 credits usually. So, among these 96 credits in our interdisciplinary studies major, you will be doing 10 courses on 2 pathways. You will have to do 5 courses on the cultures, societies pathway, but you can fulfill this pathway by taking courses from Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Social Sciences, and even Faculty of Sciences. You have a great deal of flexibility in taking different courses. And if you identify one course that falls into either of these 3 faculties, but they are not listed on the pathway yet, you can just tell us, and then you can apply this, and we will add that course in the pathway, so that you can take a course that interests you while fulfilling the pathway. Okay, so this is something really unique, because with this open-end structure, you can take courses that make the best sense to your direction of study. And the other 5 courses will be on the physical world, biological and human sciences pathway. So again, if you locate some course, for example, let's say if you find a specific linguistic course relevant to this, okay, which will be relevant to human science, but the course is not listed on a pathway, then you can just write in the Google form, submit it, and then we will add that course to allow you to fulfill this pathway. Okay, so with this structure, you have almost infinite choices to fulfill this 2 pathway course, as long as the courses are within the 3 faculties, arts, social sciences, or science. And this flexibility will help you to make the best sense to your interested area. And besides the 2 pathway courses, we are also offering 2 courses that will help you to understand different research methods, so that you will understand how different scholars produce their knowledge. For example, you will learn how, let's say, philosophers analyze the concepts. You will understand how social scientists conduct interviews or field studies to understand the behaviors of humans. And also you understand some basic statistics on how to deal with questionnaires or some experiments results. So these interdisciplinary core courses will help you to understand different knowledge from different fields. And also you will be taking a tailor-made internship, which I will explain very soon afterwards. And you can complete a capstone project based on the topic that interests you most. With all these courses, you can have your own direction of study. Something that I want to mention more is about the concentration. Now, while you can take other majors or minors with the elective credits, okay, that I will explain very soon. Basically, within some majors, you can declare concentration. But unique to our program and unique to our interdisciplinary studies major, which is not open to other students, is that you can declare concentration. Let's say if you are interested in the aging issue in Hong Kong, for example, then you can take relevant courses related to aging or society from these 2 pathways. You can tailor-make your internship experience by participating in an internship in an organization working on these issues and complete a capstone project on this, and then you can declare concentration. We will issue an official document signed by our faculty dean, the head of our faculty, and also our program director to make it official, so that you can explain to the future employers that, okay, I've studied so much on this, and also I've worked on different projects on, let's say, the aging issue in Hong Kong. So this is something that I'm capable of. So this is really unique, because in most other majors, the concentrations, if available, are always predefined. But in our interdisciplinary studies major, you can have your own selection of your concentration. Now, in our program, we also give you lots of credits to do electives. So many students will take the second major. For example, they can take a psychology, philosophy, financial sciences, things like this. Okay, they can take a major to supplement their own field of studies, or they can, if they are interested in pursuing further studies, let's say in psychology, for example, then they can do a psychology major and then take relevant courses to enrich their studies. These are something really unique that you can either have your own direction and take relevant elective courses to supplement your own studies, or you can do your own most interested program while using our flexibility to help you to understand the issues much better. So with the 90 credits of electives, and actually you can expand it by overtaking courses. Okay, you can take up to 138 credits in maximum for this elective. So you can take lots of courses to enrich your studies in the coming 4 years if you get into a BSc program. So that's why our program is very popular among those capable students. Now, also, we have other learning experiences. Okay, you will be doing some BASc core courses, okay, like the foundations of human knowledge. You will understand how different university scholars come up with knowledge and also how interdisciplinarity works. Okay, you will be taking some common core courses, which is quite unique to Hong Kong U, and other universities are actually copying our program. So if you haven't looked into this, I recommend you have a look on the common core courses available in Hong Kong U. But because you're already doing something very similar to the common core courses, so now in most other degrees in Hong Kong U, you are required to do 6 common core courses. Okay, that is the requirement. But in our program, you're only required to take 4. Of course, you can take more if you want. Okay, these are all interesting courses that I'm sure most of you will enjoy very much. And also, we have the other BSc core courses, like one on Introduction to Data Sciences. Okay, so you learn some very basic skills in data sciences, like basic statistics and basic programming. Okay, these will equip you to work out different projects in the future, because we believe that data science will be very important in the future. And also, you'll be doing a sustainable leadership course, okay, which is something really interesting that I will explain immediately afterwards. And also, you will be taking different language enhancement courses, just like other students would do in different universities. But again, because our program is so flexible and open to different possibilities, now you have a great deal of choices in taking these enhancement courses that will best fit your own studies. For example, if you are studying something that requires public speaking, then you can take a relevant language enhancement course on like rhetorics and also how to deliver good public speech. But if you're interested in, let's say, more scientific things, then of course you can take English for writing scientific report or journals. Or if you're interested in, let's say, arts, then you can take English for arts or humanities students. Okay, so you have lots of choices in taking courses once you get into our BSc program. Okay, so this is the most flexible degree available to students in Hong Kong. And I would say that this is also the unique program in Asia, because as you know, the world is changing so fast. Some other top universities, like University College London and Stanford, they are also offering Bachelor of Arts and Sciences program, so to catch up with the world. But in Asia, so far, we are the only institution offering this kind of BASc degree to students, because we know that this will be the future. All right, so you have the highest degree of flexibility in taking the courses, and we are giving you some enabling courses so that will enable you to tackle with future problems with ease, without, let's say, learning data science when you are like 30 or 40 years old. Okay, that will be very difficult for you to acquire a new skill. But in our program, you'll be gaining these essential skills for the future with lots of support. So I want to talk a bit about this sustainable leadership course now. Well, this sustainable leadership, of course, we'll talk about some leadership skills. But you will be learning from one of our, actually a world famous designers or an entrepreneur. And he is so capable that he has delivered speeches in the United Nations, in front of different presidents of countries, and he has given lots of TED Talk. So the teacher is really experienced in starting up businesses and also delivering impact in the society. Now, what we will be doing in this course is that At the very beginning, okay, well, among 140 students doing different BSc degree programs, so we will form smaller teams working on some sustainable related issues. Let's say this year we have health issues, okay, which is very relevant. We have inclusion, we have biodiversity, okay, these kinds of issues. You'll be working on the theme that interests you most. And you can define your own group projects by working in a small team. Okay, each team roughly about 5 to 8 students. You can set up your project aim and what kind of solutions to solve the issues. And then you will be competing with each other by designing some ideas. Okay, I have an idea. Let's say I want to make an app that will help people to solve the mental health issues. Okay, or maybe I want to deliver some, let's say, a mushroom. I want to make people to be more aware of the mushroom diversity in the world. Then you will have these ideas, and you will be given real money, okay, to test out your idea. At the beginning stage, we'll give a small sum of money to test out whether the idea works. And then you will present your ideas in front of a teams of experts on these issues. So we will pick some winning teams. Okay, this year we have picked 3 big winning teams, and then they can recruit those who didn't win the competition but who are interested in working on your own projects. So you have a larger team. Okay, you will lead them to work through the projects to make them realistic, and we will give you even more money. This year we are talking about hundreds of thousands, okay, to the team, and then they can work out the prototype. Now, if you are successful in building these, then of course we'll give you rewards, and there are also additional funding for you to turn your ideas into reality. So, in university, we have a center called iDanJob. They basically idea incubator, and they are helping different students or alumni to launch their startups. We have a close relationship working with them and co-organizing events together, so that you will gain support from these people who are very experienced in helping with startup. Okay, and also they will guide you to gain different funding from different sources if you have a good idea to start with. But of course, not all of you are interested in doing a startup. So we also have a BSc lab for you to test the ideas. Now, this is not a physical lab. Unlike a physical laboratory where you are doing experiments, now BSc lab is for you to test out your ideas. For example, you want to see whether your hypothesis or one of your guess is right or wrong. Now, for this team, they are a bigger team actually, but these 2 girls are presenting their ideas in one of our events. So they want to see the identity issue in Hong Kong U. So in the BSc lab, basically is a collaborative space. Then you can find students who share similar interests with you, and then you can work with the peers or maybe with us to test out whether some idea works or not. Let's say if you want to see whether the identity is changing, then you will be given funding to test out your idea. There's also something really unique because it's rare for the university to give students money to do their own research. It is not a course, not a requirement, but you will be given the opportunity to test, okay, either through idea or through some real projects. One of our team from previous year, they are working on an app to provide nutritional information to students on the sustainable food with sufficient nutrition to different students. Okay, so this is something that they are really working on. They're in the progress of developing an app. But if you are just interested in testing out the ideas or some more academic stuff, then you can, of course, join our BSc lab, right? So in our BSc program, we have lots of opportunities to test out your ideas. Besides the opportunities to test, you also have the opportunity to put your knowledge into practice. As we have located in the Faculty of Social Sciences, we have the Social Innovation and Global Citizenship course. So for social innovation, this is basically an internship. In universities, All other programs offer internship experiences, right? So what's so unique to us? In universities, internships are usually offered from different community partners. In our Faculty of Social Sciences and in our BASc program, of course, you can take any existing internship opportunities from these community partners. Our faculty is already very nice that they have more than 160 community partners that you can choose their internship opportunities. Each year they open different internship opportunities and you can just apply for them. But unique to our BASc program is that you can tailor-make your own experience. Now let's say I want to work on something, but they are not included in these existing community partners. So what can I do? Now, Anthea, one of our first batch students, she's interested in marine biology. But of course, it's rare for Hong Kong to have such kind of experience. And this is not even available to those students doing marine biology in the Faculty of Science. So in our program, we will help you to communicate with relevant organizations or companies. In the end, we have worked with Ocean Park. And Ocean Park offered a unique tailor-made internship experience to Anthea so that she can work in the Ocean Park on marine biology under supervision. So if there's no such internship experience available yet, in our program, we can communicate with an organization that you're interested in working on, or we will help you to guide to some organizations who can offer that kind of experience that you feel interested working with. Okay, so this is something really unique to our program, okay, which is not available to other programs because of the class size. In our program, we only admit at most 25 students per year. But if you take a program, let's say 100 or 200 students, of course, a tailor-made experience would not be feasible, right? So because of the small class size, everything can be unique and personalized. All these would help you to find a right job in the future as well. Now, as I've mentioned, you have a tailor-made and unique degree. Okay, that is really special, perhaps even among the entire Hong Kong. You're basically having all kinds of job opportunities, whether it's government, public policy, management consultancy, because for consultants, they really have to have a broad range of knowledge. Basically, all kinds of opportunities are available to you. It only depends on what you study in the university. So you can choose your own path right at the beginning, or maybe explore it in the first 1 to 2 years, and then work out your own concentration. Of course, if you are interested in postgraduate studies, like if you want to pursue a master's degree or even a doctoral degree in the future, of course, you can also do this. But we will advise you to take the second major to fulfill the requirement of the postgraduate studies and to use our interdisciplinary studies to enrich your experience so that you can work on your own direction, your own study plan in the future, right? So this is something that will help you a lot. With our BSc degree, you can do all kinds of things in the future. And just like what our program director, Dr. Tom Berry, has frequently told our students, your future career might not exist yet. Now, when he graduated about 10 years ago, there wasn't even a smartphone. But nowadays, if you look in the job market, there are lots of people writing different apps, and want to mention about big data, things like this, right? So we don't even know what will happen in the future. But with our degree program, we will enrich you with the essential skills that are relevant to the future. And you can work out on a topic that would interest you most. No matter what you want to become, okay, you can make it, and you will have a new job opportunity in the future as well. You don't have to limit yourself by the job that you will be working on in the future. Just like what I frequently tell my friends, I don't get the reason why you should study accounting, because it will very soon be replaced by AI computer or AI programs. But with our degree program, you will have different career opportunities in the future. Now, so to sum up a BSc degree. A BSc degree is to equip you to identify and pursue your passion. You'll be given the greatest flexibility to integrate knowledge from different fields that you are most interested in. And with those knowledge and skills, you can understand the problems that we face in the future and to develop novel solutions to these problems. And also, we will equip you with skills for leadership for tomorrow's world. Okay? Because in the future, you will very likely to be guiding or leading a team or even a company, so to work on a problem that's prominent into the future. You'll be given different opportunities to work in small teams and the bigger teams together. So these are what our BSc degree program will equip you if you get in your program. Let me mention something that I think all of you are concerned about, our admission. If you are coming from a local school taking the HKDSE examination, that means you are applying from JUPAS. We basically would take the best 5 subjects among the category A and C into consideration. Now, in the past, we didn't include M1 and M2. We have changed the admission requirement, and now we will also consider M1 and M2 results in these best 5 subjects. We expect our students to achieve level 5 or above in English language. And English language would weight 50% heavier than others. So there will be a multiplication of 1.5 factor to English. But if you're really exceptionally doing well in other subjects, we will also consider you if you only achieve level 4. And we only admit students placing our program in Band A. So if you are really interested in our program, put it in Band A, all right? Because we really want to be sure that our students will be making the best use of all the resources and flexibility that we are giving you in our program, all right? So we only admit Band A students. Now, if you are applying through a non-JUPAS system, like whether you are doing IB or you are applying from overseas, the only thing is that you have to fulfill the university general entrance requirement. Then we will consider your application on a case-by-case basis, but we will give preference to those ranking our program in the first choice. Okay, so if you are ranking us as your first choice, you have the priority over others. Okay, but of course, we will consider the academic results as well. You check it out on the university website. There are past admission score and also the general entrance requirement posted in our university, and they will be updated very soon. Now, we will also arrange interviews for selected JUPAS and non-JUPAS applicants, but we will usually arrange the interviews either from January to June, okay, or sometimes even to July. Just be patient and we will invite you. But usually for the local applicants, we will invite you after you have finished your DSE exam. We don't want to put too much stress on you. Just apply to our program and be patient. So that's all for today. Now, if you're interested in our program and have other questions, please feel free to contact us as bsc@hku.hk or visit our website. But you can Google us with CommonU BSc, and then you will find us. All right. So there are lots of more information available on the website. But if you have any question, you can just email us anytime. Okay. So thank you for attending our admission talk, and I wish to see you all in our program. Thank you and bye-bye.